And right now, we continue to take a much closer look at the Buffalo Public School District after shocking allegations were made by a Buffalo police detective over the weekend.
One of the questions raised from that podcast was, how often are Buffalo police responding to the schools and for what reason? 2 on Your Side's Nate Benson has been digging into that for us. And you have some staggering figures to share.
Yeah, that's right, Mary Alice. I submitted a Freedom of Information request after Buffalo Police Detective Richard High went on that podcast and made those claims against the district. And the data I receive raises a lot more questions.
That is a shocking number of phone calls made to the police department.
That was the response from Buffalo Teachers Federation President Rich Nigro when I shared with him what I'm about to share with you at home. Since September 2021, the Buffalo Police have responded to calls at 56 Buffalo schools more than 17,700 times. That's more than 13 times per school day, according to our analysis. It's important to note that the following information is some of the dispatch codes used by police when they are called to the school. Ambulances have been called to the school 880 times. Police responded to more than 600 verbal threats. Other kinds of juvenile trouble, threats, or harassment accounted for more than 400 calls. There's been 357 calls for assaults or fights, and more than 200 missing persons calls. And police also responded to calls of sexual offense or rape a combined 126 times in that time period. It's also worth noting that these are just the initial response calls to Buffalo Police and not necessarily what was happening once they arrived on scene.
I know that they have processes in place to respond to things like this, but I would say that is cause for concern.
There is, however, a school other category that was entered more than 5,700 times. We're told by a Buffalo Police spokesperson that refers to an incident where a student resource officer put themselves at a school for dismissal, but it's unclear if that was scheduled or a last-minute placement. The other category of calls refers to a direct patrol of a school by the department. I'm told that was done by previous Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia to ensure officers were present for so-called hotspots. School other calls, direct patrols, and an actual miscellaneous category represent 54% of the calls to schools since 2021, and there's no real clarity as to what they truly represent. We had hoped to talk to Buffalo Police Commissioner Alfonso Wright about this after he spoke with the Common Council about next year's budget, but he needed to look at the data closer. BTF President Rich Nigro says that his members are still processing the allegations made by Detective High, but safety and security within the schools has been a concern for quite some time.
You can't do your job if there's kids beating each other up in the schools. You can't do your job if there's somebody throwing a desk. So yeah, I would say that is something that has to be addressed.
The Buffalo School District provided a lengthy statement about protocols, which we will post online, but they said in part that safety and security is their #1 priority. Now, I know it seems like a lot of information, and we have more of that posted right now on WGRZ.com. This data will allow us as reporters to now dig deeper into some of those allegations being made, which we intend to do. On Your Side, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.